All right, everybody, here we go. Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for September 19th. I'm Dana Lane. Today we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays. Another winning night last night, but kind of a strange way to win. Of course, two of those games that we gave out pushed, and then we got the win on the third game. So technically a winning night, but kind of a strange way to get the W. We always looking for that 3-0, or at least a 2-1. I guess 2-1 is the same as 1-0, but kind of. You got to pay a little bit juice on that 2-1. But we'll take the 1-0, and we'll add it to a pretty decent run that we're starting to string together once again after a little bit of a rough start to start the month, but it's been good of late. After we finish, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my Thursday Major League Baseball and WNBA premium plays loaded up, and it's that time of week again. I'll have my college football Thursday game side and totals already up. NFL Thursday game, Pats, Jets, already loaded up side and total. 61% college football winners to start this season, adding to a 2-year run of 60% winners plus 3,578 units, also adding to an all-access record or percentage of 57% winners over the last 7 days and 55% winners over the last 30 days, plus 864 units. That's number one amongst handicappers with at least 200 plays over those previous 30 days. You could jump on my single plays or my three packs in Major League Baseball and WNBA, $49.99. College football, NFL, $54.99. All my single plays, all my three packs always come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. In addition, there's only one way to get every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And you can do that over the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, just jump on that annual all-access pass that gives you every play I release for the next 365 days. Comes out to be about $3.70 a day. You can throw it on a credit card, pay it off a little bit each month, and it will sit back and relax, and it will take you all the way through college and pro football, college and pro basketball, the NHL, the rest of Major League Baseball, up to this point next year, NFL preseason next year, takes you all the way through that. That by far is the best offer that I have on pickdawgz.com right now. Okay, on to your free plays for Thursday as we try to build off another winning run on the diamond. Remember, these are probable pitchers, so please confirm before placing your wager. We'll start things off 1:05 Eastern Time, 973, 974. San Francisco Giants against the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles minus $1.30, 7.5 is your total. Logan Webb against Zach Eflin. This is a good spot to be in because you know the public is going to jump all over the Orioles, which they have so far in this series, and that's going to benefit us because I'm trying to squeeze as much plus money out of the Giants as I possibly can. We do see plus $1.29 in some spots. It's a 10-cent increase off the over the send-out number. So wait as long as you can on this wager and get the best plus money that you possibly can. It should be noted that there have been some professional wagers on the side, or have not been on the side, but there have been on the total under 7.5. We've seen two steam moves at Caesars, New Jersey, and Sports Interaction, and a reverse steam move at Heritage. Logan Webb, 12-10 this year, 3.53 ERA, has struggled over his last three starts, 12 earned runs allowed in his last 16 innings, allowing 25 hits in that span. That is not great. Webb is very effective when he's aggressive early in the count. I expect him to go right after Baltimore Orioles hitters. If he gets behind, it's going to be a long day. But he's always very effective when he is aggressive in the strike zone, and I expect to see that today or tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. Eflin is 10-9, 3.55 ERA. He's been strong over his last 5 starts, a 3-2 record, 1.67 ERA, and as much as I expect Logan Webb to be aggressive, I anticipate the same from the Giants hitters against Eflin. And I know will know after the first couple innings who has the upper hand with this wager here. I think you're going to see, and not going to see counts get very deep, especially early on, especially first time through the order. Maybe as the game progresses, it will get a little bit deeper. But I think that we're going to see a lot of aggressive hitting and a lot of aggressive pitching early on in this game. I'm betting on the Giants this season. It's been kind of a chore, but when they're getting plus $1.20 to $1.29, they've been very effective, and I'm going to take San Francisco in this spot plus $1.29. 4:10 Eastern Time, 967, 968. New York Yankees against the Seattle Mariners. Yankees minus $1.11 on the road, 7.5 under minus 18. Clark Schmidt against Logan Gilbert. Almost every book has been generous enough to give us plus money on the over, and we'll take that as we did yesterday with the under. We see professional money has jumped on Seattle and the under so far. One notable wager has been made at Caesars, West Virginia. That means the bet was made on the Caesars website through in West Virginia where it's legal. And why that's significant is wagers out there wagers out on this book, or wagers from West Virginia on this book, have had a history of not doing too well. In fact, when they're the trigger website on this steam move, that's 171 and 200 this year in 2024. So not a great record when they're the trigger website with a steam move. Overall, the public is split on this game. There's a slight, 52-48 edge to the Seattle Mariners. So public is basically split on this game. 81% of the overall money is on the over. I would suggest get on this now before the plus money dries up. Clark Schmidt, 5-3 this year at 2.41 ERA, is going to be making his third start after being out of action for about 3.5 months. But since his return, the former first-round draft pick of the New York Yankees has been terrific. We can expect anywhere between 5 and 6 innings out of Schmidt before handing it off to the Yankees bullpen. Logan Gilbert is 7-11, but does have a respectable 3.24 ERA. But over his last 6 outings, Gilbert is 0-3 with a 4.62 ERA. My only issue with Gilbert is he gives up a ton of runs in high leverage situations. Opponents are hitting almost 100 points higher against Gilbert in high leverage situations than they are in medium leverage situations. I think he's going to have a lot of high leverage situations in this game. I'm going to go over that 7.5 plus $1.07. 7:15 Eastern Time, 9:55, 9:56. Philadelphia Phillies against the New York Mets. Mets minus $1.42, 8 over minus 16. Taijuan Walker against Luis Severino. Get on this now because I'm seeing 61% of the money on the over, along with 69% of the tickets. I see the juice at a few sites right now and a few properties, anywhere between minus $1.08 and a minus $1.15. The consensus number is sitting at minus $1.11, so kind of wager accordingly. One significant wager, but of course that's courtesy of another number at Heritage that comes in about a half run larger than most properties or most websites. We do see that there was a over wager, but that lasted about 30 minutes or so. You will see this, and I always watch the kind of the trends of the wagers and how the numbers move. Heritage always puts up these numbers, and then about 30 minutes later, after they get their big whale, their big fish to bite, then they pull it back down. And it always goes down. It never goes up. So they throw it out there. The number's 8. Theirs is always, like, say, 8.5. The minute they get a big fish, they pound it back down to 8, which has happened today. Taijuan Walker, 3-6, a 6.29 ERA, is going to will be making his return to the rotation after being moved to the bullpen at the end of August. And 3 relief appearances. He's allowed 4 earned runs, 2 Ks, 8 innings total, a 4.50 ERA. And the only reason why Walker is returning to the rotation is simply because the Philadelphia Phillies couldn't find anybody to replace him. So he'll be back in the bullpen once the postseason starts, because then the Phils will go to a 4-man rotation. So that's the story on him. Severino's 10-6, a 3.77 ERA. This probably is going to be one of the last starts for Severino in New York. This is his free agent season, and he probably is not coming back. Severino has given up 9 earned runs in 24 and a third innings, a 3.33 ERA. But in the second half of the season, opponents are hitting 253 off the 7-year veteran. That's 21 points higher than they did in the first half of the season. I think this number is showing way too much respect for each starter. I'm taking the over 8 here, but the juice had just moved, so we're going to have to move that to minus $1.13. I think I said $1.11 earlier. Then the consensus number, the consensus juice is now $1.13. So I want to make sure we're at a point where you're opening up your app and you're like, yeah, that's what I got. So I don't want to get too low or too high. That's why we always use the consensus number. But we're still going to go over the 8 minus $1.13. So that does it for your Thursday free plays. Now, please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play I release all weekend long. In fact, we have something up there for everybody. We even have a weekly all-access pass, too, so you can check that out. College, NFL season passes, $5.99.99 each, combined $8.99.99, and that will take you all the way through the championship game, take you all the way through the Super Bowl. So please, if you haven't jumped on one of those yet, make sure you do. Season is still very young. We have a lot of winning to do. Also, Major League Baseball. I talked about this yesterday. I have a all-access pass from now to the end of the World Series, just $199.99. You can find that up on Pickdawgz.com as well. Here's a Thursday free play recap. San Francisco plus $1.29. New York Yankees, Seattle Mariners over 7.5 plus $1.07. Get that as quickly as you can. That plus money is going to dry up. And Philadelphia, New York over 8 minus $1.13. That does it for today's show. Thank you so much for watching on a regular basis. I know your mind's on football right now, but we still have a large loyal following that watches, just because it's baseball. You're back here every single day. So I do appreciate that, and I do appreciate everybody that has put their money behind me this season. We're off to a great start in college football. We're going to crush the NFL from this point on, and I hope everybody has been doing well so far this season. It's been a great season so far. It's been very exciting. A lot of things to talk about. Everything you knew about the NFL in week 1, you didn't know after week 2, and that's exactly where they like you to be. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Thursday.